that music? That's band music, circus music. I like that kind of music, don't you? I'll bet every boy and girl does. Well, I'm going to tell you the story of a boy named Toby Tyler. He heard the music, went to the circus, joined the circus, and... I'm getting ahead of the story. My name's Cotter, Ben Cotter. I'm head roustabout, driver of the monkey wagon, and strong man for Colonel Castle's circus. I first noticed this young sprout, Toby Tyler, one afternoon just as the show was about to start. He was standing by the peanut stand of Harry Tupper. His faded farm clothes were worn at the elbows and knees, and, well, he was a pretty pitiful sight.
Home circus moves right in.
Prize in each and every pack. Step right out. There's a chance to see the show.
Peanuts, circus, crispy circus. Peanuts, right here. Get on
Prize in each and every pack.
Ah, you, sir. You a buyer or a looker?
I don't know, sir. How many peanuts would you say I could get for a penny?
Well, now, I usually don't sell them by the penny, but, I advise I could part with, say, about 6.
6?
What's more than you'd get if you bought them by the bag?
6, please.
There you are. Run along, son. You'll miss the best part of the show.
I'm not going to the show.
Oh, I suppose your parents are bringing you tonight, huh?
No, sir. I don't have any parents.
Orphan boy, eh?
Yes, sir.
Well, did you ever think of joining the circus, lad?
Me?
Yeah, imagine being part of the big top, traveling the length and breadth of the land. How would you like that?
But what can I do?
Well, you can become a concessionaire.
A what?
A concessionaire. Sounds mighty important, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, free transportation, a snug place to sleep, all you can eat, see the performance anytime you please. And if that weren't enough, each Saturday night, yours truly, Harry Tupper, will present you with a silver dollar. Yours to keep. What do you say, boy? Is it a bargain?
Trouble is, Uncle Daniel and Aunt Olive need me.
Aunt and uncle?
Yes, they're awful poor, and there's lots of work to be done around the farm.
Oh, I understand. And it does you credit, son. Well, I'll pick up another boy in the next town.
Yes, sir. Thank you anyway.
Oh, now, just a minute. Just so's we part the best of friends, here's a free pass to the performance tonight. Go on, take it. And farewell, lad. All right, Peanuts, get your first charge of those was right here. All right.
Candy,
got candy.
Toby Tyler went on home to the farm. I don't know what happened, but Uncle Daniel and Aunt Olive must have been pretty hard on Toby. Because that night, he went back to the circus. But it wasn't for the show, it was after the show. And he wasn't happy, he was sad, with a kind of hurt look in his eyes.
All right, look out for the big cat there.
Wagon coming through!
Watch the canvas.
A biddle-dee and a biddle-dee. Hey, look out, boy!
I'm looking for Mr. Tupper.
He's over there.
Oh, Mr. Tupper, I'm ready to go to work for you.
Oh, what about that aunt and uncle?
Oh, it's all right. They don't need me. They said I was a millstone around their necks.
Well, all right. You got a job. 50 cents a week.
This afternoon you said $1.
Well, if Harry Tupper said $1, he meant $1. But don't you try running away after I spend my time teaching you the business.
No, sir.
Now, you stay right here and keep out of trouble. I'll be right back.
Sir?
Yeah?
I'm hungry.
What?
I didn't have any supper.
Sent to bed without your supper, eh? Well, all right, here's a banana. Now, see that it holds you till morning.
Thank you, Mr. Tupper. I like bananas. Hey, give me that back. That's mine. Give me that back.
You, boy, what are you doing to that chimp?
Me? I'm not doing anything. He stole my banana.
Hey, what's going on here?
The monks are excited. Who's this boy, Tupper?
Well, he's my new assistant.
Picking him kind of small, aren't you?
He doesn't have any folks, poor lad. He needs a home and guidance.
That's enough, Tupper. Let's get these wagons moving.
Well, I hope the boy could ride up with you.
With me?
Mr. Tupper, I think I changed my mind.
Oh, up you go, lad. Don't let our rough ways bother you none. Why, you'll be snug as a mouse up there next to Ben Cotter. He'll be glad to take care of you.
Yeah. Let him roll! A biddle-dee-dee and a biddle-dee-o, a bindle stick and away I go. I never know when and I don't know where. It's better not knowing and I don't care. I'm a happy-go-lucky-go, going where I please, talking to the trees, walking with the breeze. I am merry-go-round I go, round and round the bend. The open road is my friend. A biddle-dee-dee and a biddle-dee-I, a bindle stick and away go I. I'm happy, I guess, and I'm not too sad. To my way of thinking, that's not too bad. I'm a happy-go-lucky-go, going where I please, talking to the trees, walking with the breeze. I am merry-go-round I go, round and round the bend. The open road is my friend. A biddle-dee-dee and a biddle-dee-o, a bindle stick and away I go. I never know when and I don't know where. It's better not knowing and I don't care. Next morning, Toby Tyler learned what kind of a person Harry Tupper really was. We'd camped by a stream, and I was kneeling down on the bank ready to wash up when I heard a voice behind me.
I was wondering where to wash up.
That's water, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, then start using it.
Uh-oh, I can't. Here comes Mr. Tupper.
What's the idea of making me chase all over camp for you?
Good morning, Mr. Tupper. I was just gonna wash up.
Not on my time, you aren't. Come along, move along there. There's work to be done here.
Ow, let go of my ear. I'm coming. Ow.
Hey, Tupper, let go of that boy.
What are you doing? Ben, put me down.
Put him down, please. It was my fault.
Take your dirty hands off of me. That boy works for me, and I'll do with him like I like.
Sure. You just tell him what you want him to do. If he don't do it, you can fire him. But if I ever catch you roughing him up again, I'm liable to do something like this.
No, Ben, don't!
Hey, Mr. Tupper's all wet.
Yeah. And as for you, Toby Tyler, you listen to Mr. Tupper. Work hard and do your job right. He's your employer, and you be respectful to him.
Yes, sir.
Now, you can go to work as soon as you've had your breakfast. Cook tent's over there. I'll get back to my washing. A biddle-dee-dee and a biddle-dee-o, a bindle stick and away I go. It was in the cook tent that Toby met Sam Treat, the circus clown. Sam introduced himself to Toby and asked the boy to have breakfast with him and his family. As they were walking to Sam's tent, Toby asked,
Do you have a very big family, Mr. Treat?
Well, it depends. Most of the time I'd say, somewhere between 4 and 5. Here, sit down and I'll call them. They'll be glad to meet you. Hey, kids, breakfast.
But they're all dogs.
You have a keen eye, Toby, my boy.
But when you said you had a family, I thought...
That's all right. They're family to me. Not what you're used to, I suppose.
To tell you the truth, I don't have a regular family either. And that's why I joined the circus. I ran away, you know.
I never would have guessed it.
It wasn't because they didn't want me, but I was just a millstone around their necks.
Millstone, huh? That's pretty bad.
It sure is.
You figure you'll ever go back?
Guess not. At least not until I get some money.
Well, that's very wise, Toby. Save your money. Don't wait till it's too late.
Thank you, Mr. Treat. I'll work hard and do everything Mr. Tupper tells me to. And, oh my gosh!
What's the matter?
Mr. Tupper's probably looking for me. Bye.
Well, come back and see us. I'm always glad to have company. And so is my family.
Trouble was, Toby didn't have much time to visit anybody. Mr. Tupper kept him busy selling taffy apples, peanuts, and lemonade. Between times, he had Toby washing glasses, counting peanuts, or cleaning up the stand. Nonetheless, Toby got to know everybody in the circus, and everybody liked Toby. But of all Toby's friends, I think his favorite was Mr. Stubbs. That's what he'd named the little chimpanzee that kept stealing bananas. Toby taught Mr. Stubbs some tricks, such as playing a tin whistle.
Come on, Mr. Stubbs, like this. A biddly-dee and a biddly-dee. Say, that's pretty good. Maybe we can talk Colonel Castle into putting us in the center ring. Can't you hear him now? Ladies and gentlemen, to amaze you and to amuse you, the great Toby Tyler and Mr. Stubbs. Wouldn't that be something, Mr. Stubbs?
Yes, sir. Toby and Mr. Stubbs were real close friends. In fact, at night, Mr. Stubbs would ride on top of the wagon with Toby and me, instead of inside the wagon with the other monkeys. This was against Colonel Castle's rules, but we made an exception for Mr. Stubbs. And that one exception led to all sorts of trouble. Like the morning we pulled into Woodvale, I had to shake Toby to wake him up. Toby, wake up.
Gosh, what time is it?
Late. The canvas wagon had a breakdown during the night.
Maybe I ought to find Mr. Tupper. He'll be looking for me.
You hold your seat. We're parading straight into Woodvale. We'll set canvas afterward.
Gosh, I get to ride in a parade.
Here's a cap for you. You want to be Circus? Look Circus.
What about a hat for Mr. Stubbs?
Never mind that. Whatever you do, just hang on to that chimp.
Gosh, I almost forgot it's the 4th of July. That means firecrackers.
Yeah, the big cats are going to love them. Well, there's the band. Let's roll. Ho! Whoa there, Bess. Whoa, Will. Watch out. Will, whoa, Bess. They're running wild. Toby, jump! Get those elephants quieted down.
Watch that cage there.
Bandmaster, get some music. That'll help.
I don't need to tell you there was confusion when the wagon tipped over. The horses ran wild, the monkeys got loose. There were kids and clowns and monkeys and townfolk all mixing around everywhere. Mr. Stubbs ran into the sheriff's office. He had his whistle in one hand and, well, he had the sheriff's pistol in the other.
Hey, look out there.
He's got a gun.
Look out. Take cover. That chimp's got my 45. He's got just one more shot.
All right, rest easy, folks. That was the last shot.
Thunderation, he's got my other pistol. Harry, get the shotgun from the livery stable. I'll take care of that chimp.
No, Sheriff. Please don't hurt him.
Look out, boy. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to get him before he shoots someone. Hey, kid, stay out of there. You get shot.
Hello, Mr. Stubbs. It's me, Toby. We're friends now, Mr. Stubbs. Remember? Careful with that gun.
Look out, boy. Don't rile him.
Good old boy. Easy. Easy, Mr. Stubbs. Here we go. Give me the gun. Give it to me.
Watch out, boy. He's pointing it straight at you.
There, got it.
Oh, if you hadn't grabbed the gun, he'd have shot you point blank.
Here's the gun, officer. He didn't mean to cause any trouble. He didn't know the gun was loaded.
If Colonel Castle was angry in the morning about the chimps getting loose, he was happy about it that night. It was the talk of the town, and business was never better. There were big headlines in the paper. Monkeys capture Woodvale. Animals celebrate Independence Day by making break for freedom. Boy disarms gun-toting chimpanzee. Toby became pretty important after that, and he and Mr. Stubbs became inseparable. You never saw one without the other. And one morning, about a week later, Toby and Mr. Stubbs were walking past the big top.
A biddly-dee and a biddly-day.
Oh, good morning, Toby. Mr. Stubbs?
Good morning, Sam. And how's my favorite clown?
Well, now, I couldn't be better, didn't you? Did you come over to see Mademoiselle Jeanette and Monsieur Ajax practice their bareback riding act?
No, where are they?
Inside the big top. They're practicing a new trick.
They sure are good. I'd give anything to ride like they do.
Oh, you like horses?
Sure.
You ever have a horse of your own?
Well, sort of. His name's Old Red. Of course, he's really not old. That's just his name.
Uh-huh. Is he a gaited horse?
Gated?
You know, what gait does he favor most?
I think he favors the gate most that leads to the pasture. There's lots of sweet clover in there.
You're pretty funny, Toby. You should be a clown. Can Old Red jump?
Can he ever jump? Like the time he saw a copperhead snake in a potato patch? What was that?
Inside the big top. Something's wrong. Maybe Ajax or Jeanette.
It's Ajax. He must have fallen off his horse.
He's always supposed to wear a safety belt.
What's going on here?
Ajax, he fell off his horse.
Hey, you! Get a stretcher. Send for a doctor in town. Uh-oh, here comes Colonel Castle.
What's the matter? Who's responsible for this? Who let this boy practice without the rope? Here we are going into our peak playing time and Ajax gets hurt. Now what are we going to do about it?
I don't know, sir.
Wait a minute. Maybe Toby could ride. He said he had a horse at home.
I'll get right back to lemonade stand, sir.
Can you ride?
Me? Well, sort of. On the farm.
Now, never mind that, just so you had some experience. I'll take care of the rest. Now, Ben, you start training right away. We'll be at the county seat in Waterford in 2 weeks, and I want this boy riding by then.
2 weeks? Colonel, be reasonable.
No use wasting time, Ben. Better get to work.
Maybe Sam Treat shouldn't have mentioned Toby's horse. And maybe Toby fibbed a little bit when he said he could ride. But it was too late to back down. Colonel Castle told us to teach Toby to ride, and that was that. His training wasn't fun, not by a long shot. We tied the safety belt around Toby's waist and hoisted him up on the horse. He fell off.
Go on. Get on the horse. He won't eat you.
I'm not so sure.
Sam and I were there to help him, but Toby flipped and flopped like a fish on a hook. You'd think he'd never seen a horse before.
Up. Up again, Toby. On your feet.
Bend your knees. Wait low. Oh, all right, sit down. Sit down. Now keep a leg on each side and your mind in the middle.
The way this horse moves, I can't find the middle.
The boy had spunk. He climbed back on the horse again, but he was facing the wrong way. And this time, he had to grab the horse's tail.
It's no use, Ben. I can't do it.
That's just what Ajax said would happen.
He did?
Well, what he really said was you'd put your tail between your legs and quit the first day.
He did? I'll show him.
Good. Now let's try those mounts again. He worked hard. First came balance, then timing. He stopped falling off. It took long hours every day, but he made progress. Soon, he was doing just fine. And finally, it happened. 2 weeks to the day, just as Colonel Castle said, Toby got his chance to ride in a regular performance. Toby was a success. It was the proudest night of his life, but it was also the saddest. After the show, as he was changing into his regular clothes in back of Harry Tupper's peanut stand, he discovered some letters. Letters addressed to him, Master Toby Tyler. They were from his Aunt Olive. Harry Tupper had taken them from the mail and hidden them. Toby's eyes filled with tears as he read.
We miss you so much, Toby, and wonder why you don't answer our letters. Your Uncle Daniel is not well. He's taken over the chores you used to do, and it's too much for him. Golly, Mr. Stubbs, they want me to come home. They need me. But you can't go, Mr. Stubbs. You don't belong to me. They'd say I stole you. You understand, don't you?
So it was that Toby Tyler left the circus. And though his intentions were the best, nothing seemed to go right for him. First off, Mr. Stubbs got out of his cage and followed Toby. Another thing, some bobcats were roaming the woods. Next day, when a hunter saw the branches moving and heard the leaves rustling in a tree, he thought it was a bobcat. He didn't know it was Mr. Stubbs. So he aimed his rifle and the chimp tumbled from the tree.
Mr. Stubbs, he's dead. Don't leave me, Mr. Stubbs. Don't leave me, please. Don't leave me, Mr. Stubbs. Don't leave me.
But that's not the end of the story. Oh, no. First, there was the little matter of Harry Tupper. I had some unfinished business with him.
Now, Ben, watch yourself.
You lily-livered skunk. I found out what you did with Toby's letters.
Now, Ben, I didn't want to upset the lad.
Tampering with the mails, that calls for a jail sentence, Mr. Tupper.
Oh, it was just a little tamper.
Then I'll make you a little deal. I want you to stay away from that boy.
Yes, anything you say, Ben.
I want you to behave nice and pretty.
Yes, sir. Depend on it. Yes, indeed.
Because if you don't, I'm liable to do something like this.
Ben, no! Ben, I'm all wet!
I've said that for years. When his aunt and uncle learned of Toby's success in the circus and why he never got their letters, they came to see him. They were friends again, and everything was forgiven. Toby took them all over the grounds and introduced them to everybody. Everybody, that is, except one.
I just wish you could have met Mr. Stubbs. He was my best friend of all.
Say, Toby, sorry to bother you and your folks, but can you run and tell Sam Treat to meet me at the stock tent?
Sure. Sam! Hey, Sam! Ben wants to... You! Mr. Stubbs! What are you doing here? Are you all right?
Bullet just ventilated his hide a little. You remember what I said? You can't kill this fella. He is indestructible. Indestructible. You couldn't do it.
Well, that's the story. Toby stayed with the circus through the entire summer. He was as good a bareback rider as you'd find. And two of his biggest fans were his Uncle Daniel and Aunt Olive. They came often to see him perform. And even Mr. Stubbs would get into the act. Yes, I guess just about everybody loves band music. And the circus.